I want you to know how we normally say. Remember how we normally people like saying the old days were better, right? Now I'll tell you why it is today that is the best, and it's never too late. So in 1985, right, there was this dot com explosion, and that was the time when you could claim any dot com name you wanted, anyone. Um, Imagine, I think there was this particular consultant also, and he found out that McDonald's.com was not taken. For those of you who don't know McDonald's, I think they are like a fast food chain restaurant in America and all over the world. And he reached out to them and was like, oh, McDonald's.com is not taken, oh, right? Like, I've registered it for you guys. Do you need it? They ignored him. This same consultant spoke at abc.com, their media outlet, and he told them that, oh, the internet is booming. You need to claim, tell one of your IT guys to buy abc.com. You guys are going to need it, blah, blah, blah. 1 year later, they had not bought it. You see, when we look back, we're like, oh, it was so easy back then. The barriers to being a millionaire or being rich with the internet was easy. But this is the thing. We think that today is so saturated, right? There's almost no idea you can think of now. Somebody say, oh, it's been made, right? Now, I know that it might feel bloated, it might feel saturated by, oh, there's all these massive tech companies that are worth trillions of dollars. Oh, back then there was no company worth trillions of dollars. I think the most valuable company back then was IBM, and it was worth about 100 billion. I think IBM is the first company to hit 100 billion, right? But if you look at it now, right, at the moment we have 3D maps. You can order anything and receive it on the same day. We have supercomputers. We have instant access to human knowledge. Now, the thing is, you'll be like, what else can be made? But the truth is, there's so much that can be made. If you look at the last 30 years, right, most of what we use today wasn't made in the early 10 years. They were probably made in the last, will I say, 10, 15 years, right? So that's what's also going to happen in the next 30 years, right? And in the next 20 years. It means that there's a lot of innovation that is still meant to be made, and it will be made today. Many of us use ChatGPT, many of us use Claude, and these things were not there 5 years ago, right? And billions of people are using it today. Now, this does not mean that the infrastructure that these things were built on didn't exist before, right? But the product itself, right, was a new innovation. So, we are going to be the envy of the future. The same way today you look back and you're like, oh, it was so easy maybe in 2010 to make a mobile app, right? If I had gone into making mobile apps, I'd have been wealthy by now, blah, 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 blah. We can look back at the 1990s and say, oh, it was so easy to do this, to set up an online store, right? Everywhere was not saturated. People are going to be saying the same thing about us today, right? In the next 20 years, people are going to say, oh, in 2025 or 2026, it was so easy to do this, to do X, to do Y, right? And they'll say, can you imagine being an entrepreneur in 2026? Can you imagine being an entrepreneur in 2027? It was so wide open, right? AI was just taking off. That is the same thing we are currently saying about 2010 and about 1985. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say is that the best time to start is now. It's not tomorrow. It's not, oh, the best days are gone. No, the best day is actually today, right? The last 30 years did not use up all the good ideas. They simply built a platform for us to thrive, right? So the coolest stuff has not been invented. Many of us, I remember the first time we saw ChatGPT or we used ChatGPT, it's like, wow. I can promise you that is not the coolest thing, right? So today is a wide open frontier, right? You can add AI to a product, you can utilize it on the cloud, you can use it for a particular category, and so on and so forth. And I'm just trying to encourage you. Whatever you think you need to build it now. Peace.